Howdy all, I am Adam the Renaissance Nerd. We like to watch things. By we, I mean fans. People who are passionate, people who love stories and good characters. We like to watch the things that bring us joy. We like to watch the things where we have an investment in characters, in story, in what's going to happen. That's how it's worked forever. You like something, you watch it, you give it support. There has been a way to track this stuff forever. The Nielsen rating systems, now there's Samba TV. Tracking metrics are how companies, TV production, TV channels, everything, it's how you know something is successful or failing. It's a very simple process. You use numbers. Yes, are these numbers accurate? To an extent, but they do give a general idea of how something is being received. And for decades, that has been the standard. If something doesn't pull in ratings, gets canceled. If something isn't selling enough, we discontinue. If something isn't catching fire, we shelve it and we move on. That's how it used to be, but now doesn't matter. It also doesn't matter because they've changed the way the statistics are gathered. They've changed the number method. They've changed the metric method. That's it, the metric method. That's what we want. They have changed the whole game to fudge it in order to protect things that are garbage. But even with that, it's failing now because it has now come to light how much of a failure everything Disney puts out on Disney Plus really is. They've been hiding this for a while. It's been a month. But finally, we know that Loki Season 2 has debuted to abysmal numbers. Doesn't even beat Ahsoka. Doesn't even beat shows that have been over for years. We go right to it. We're here at Hollywood Reporter. They've got a nice little thing right here. Disney said Season 2 premiere, which runs 47 minutes, had 10.9 million views worldwide, which would equate to about 512 million minutes. And that's the thing I want to always focus on here. They like to now talk about minutes viewed. The metric they created a couple of years ago to protect all these streaming service shows because they can't actually tell us the real numbers because the real numbers would show that streaming is a failure of a concept. People don't necessarily watch something on streaming. They find other ways, and most of the times, they kind of tune out. It's a very small number of people watching. The metrics tell us that Loki isn't watched because it doesn't even break into the Nielsen top 10. It only gets in on the originals, and it's even lower than Ahsoka, which is already a failure. Because people watched it less than Andor, which was a failure. And newsflash, I know people hate it, want to say this, so I say it. Andor was a failure. Andor wasn't good. Andor was boring. Andor isn't Star Wars. And I'm not saying because didn't have lightsabers and Sith and Jedi. No, I'm saying it because if you take out every element of Star Wars put into Andor, it still works. That proves it's not Star Wars. It's just a mediocre science fiction TV show that if left on its own, would have probably just been okay. But when you cram in Star Wars elements that break lore and break canon, nobody really cares about it. And Ahsoka doesn't even beat that. And there's the bottom line. Ahsoka is a failure. Right here, again, we can see it right here. Ahsoka is a failure because it doesn't even beat the overalls. We'll go back to this one. Doesn't even break into the overalls either. But Adam, look, Elemental got in there. Haunted Mansion got in those movies. Again, who's watching this? Disney Plus currently has only 146.7 million subscribers. And there's the very big point of this all. Who is watching this stuff? The answer is nobody. The numbers prove it. Nobody is watching Disney Marvel, Disney Star Wars, because nobody cares. You know why? I said at the beginning. We watch things because there are characters, there are stories we get invested in, we become interested in, we want to follow, we want to know. Nobody cares about fake Loki. Nobody cares about Ahsoka. She's not Luke Skywalker. She's not Anakin Skywalker or Darth Vader. She's Ahsoka. She was a character made up for a very average cartoon show by a guy who wanted to have his characters be more important than George's characters. By that guy, I mean Dave Filoni. And Loki, this isn't even the real Loki. This is not the Loki phases 1 through 3 that people became attached to. This is a variant who got his life story told to him in 5 minutes and then had a change of heart. And now is a passenger in his own show. People like characters and stories. That's why we watch stuff we aren't interested in. That's why nobody's watching this garbage. That's why nobody watches any of it. Nobody watches Bad Batch. Nobody watches Book of Boba Fett because it isn't Boba Fett. Nobody watched Kenobi because it wasn't Obi-Wan Kenobi. Nobody watches list of giant MCU shows. I can't even list them all because these characters are not characters people care about. Or if they do put characters in there we do care about, they butcher them. They make them agenda-driven assholes who are used, like in She-Hulk, to troll fans, the people you need on your side, the lifeblood of everything, the people who will actually move the needle on your show and make it a success or a failure. In the end, this is the truth. These are the facts of the situation. Nobody's watching this stuff. A bunch of morons on X Twitter constantly tweeting all day long how great something is not traction. It is not a fan base. It's a stand base. It's a fake manufactured group of people who are either being paid or are so blind that they live in a fantasy world and think this is successful and telling us everything's fine, don't worry. This is not how it works. It works when you keep people invested in characters they know and love, stories they want to see told and concluded. Bottom line, signs of weakness. Nobody watches this stuff because nobody cares about it. All right, I'm done. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, a like would be very much appreciated. If you are new here, I invite you to subscribe to me right here on YouTube, where to earn your trust and support using facts and logic, because facts and logic do not care about whiny fake fan, stan, and SJW fifis. Hit the notification button. Share my videos if you like what I'm preaching, and by all means, leave a comment. Love to hear from the real passionate fan like you. I care what you think. I do not care what the stans, the fake fans, and the SJWs have to say, because it's 201. They're all cowards behind keyboard, and half of them are probably paid to do it too. Thank you again for watching. Take it easy. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you'd like to reach out to me, please email me at theranernerd@gmail.com for all channel business purposes. I am on Twitter now, mostly for promotion and sharing of videos, maybe a little shit stirring here and there, who knows, @theranernerd. You can also find me at the Geeks and Gamers forums under @ROAS, and you can see me on Rumble and Odyssey under the Renaissance Nerd. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy.